press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello dear students, in the previous class we have been discussing about the chapter Getting to Know Plants, in which in the previous section we have learnt about the categories of the plants as well as the functions of the stem and the leaf. See, in today's class we will learn about some more concept of which is related to the leaf. Like different varieties of the plants which are different from each other, in the same way leaves also different from one plants to the another plants. And see, leaves are of different shape, size as well as the color. Some of the leaves are green in color and some are the reddish brown in color. See, some leaves are green in color, where some leaves are the reddish brown in color. And when the leaf will become mature and when it will complete its life cycle, it will becomes the yellow color and later it will fall down from the plants. See, this is the leaf, and here if we consider the leaf, the parts of the leaf will be there, and see there are different parts of the leaf will be there. The stalk of the leaf we call it as a petiole. See, where the leaf will be attached to the stem, that point we call it as a petiole. See, there are different terms used in this parts of a leaf here. Parts of a leaf. First part is the petiole. Petiole is nothing but the part of a leaf which is attached to the stem. Is called as petiole. See, this is the definition or this is the term, nothing but the petiole is the part of a leaf which is attached to the stem, and that part we call it as a petiole. And one more is there, lamina. See, lamina are the broad green color part which are present in the leaf, and that one we call it as a lamina. And next one is the midrib and vein. See, midrib and the vein. Next one is the midrib and vein. See, veins are nothing but the long lines which are present in the leaf are called as veins, and the midrib is nothing but the middle part of the leaf. There is a long thin structure will be moving along its length, and that one we call it as a midrib. See, next one is the, as I told you, the thick vein of a middle of a leaf is called as midrib. The arrangement of veins in the leaf is called as venation. Venation is nothing but the arrangement of veins in a leaf. See, venations are nothing but the arrangement of veins in a leaf is called as venation, or the design which is made in the leaf, which is having the network like structure across the leaf are also called as venation. See, the arrangement of veins in a leaf is called as venation, or the design which is made by the vein is also called as venation. See, there are two types of venations are there. First one is the reticulate venation. See, there are two types of venations. A reticulate venation, parallel venation. See, first one is the reticulate venation. Veins form a network. See here in reticulate venation, veins form a network and projection will be takes place, and such a venation are called as reticulate venation. Veins are in the form of network is called as reticulate venation, whereas the parallel venation, the veins runs parallel to each other. Veins run parallel to each other. See here, venation is nothing but the arrangement of veins in a leaf. See, for example, this is the leaf, here is the apex, here is the stalk of the leaf where the stem portion it will attach. See, I will write in the board. See, consider this is the stem of a plant, and here there is a stalk will be arises where the leaf will appear from the stalk, and this portion we call it as a petiole. See, this is how petiole is differentiated. And I told you that veins is nothing but the lines which are present in the leaf. See, this is the leaf, and here you can see that there is a lines will be seen, and these lines are nothing but the veins, and the arrangement of veins are called as venation, and this arrangement of veins are taking place in the leaf only, and that one we call it as a venation. And according to the venation is classified into two different parts. One is the reticulate venation and another one is the parallel venation. Reticulate venation are those venation where the veins form a network. In network form, the veins will be present, and such a venation are called as reticulate venation. Example for the reticulate venations are hibiscus plant, daswala, and the parallel venation. Parallel venation are those venation where the leaves, where the veins runs parallel to each other are called as parallel venation. Example for the parallel venations are a rice plant, See, we can say that in rice plant there is a parallel venation will be present in the leaves. And one more example is there, grass. You have commonly seen that grass, the venation of the leaf which is present in the leaf will become the parallel venation. See, consider this is the leaf of a grass where you can see the veins are parallel to each other. They runs parallel to each other, and this is one of the example of a parallel venation. Whereas the reticulate venation you can see in the hibiscus plant. See, consider this is the plant, this is the leaf of a plant. See, like that network of veins will be present in the leaf, and this is one of the example of a reticulate venation, that is the hibiscus leaf. See, this is how we can say that the parts of a leaf will be divided. See here, this is the petiole, and here lamina portion will be there. This one is the veins, and here is the apex region. This is the lamina, this one is the petiole, and this is how the parts of a leaf will be divided. Once again I will tell you. See, as I told you, leaf is divided into different parts. For example, see, this is the petiole, and here veins are there. This one is the apex region at the tip portion, and here is the veins. The stalk of the leaf is called as petiole, and here the broad green part of a leaf is called as lamina. See, this is the different parts of a leaf. See, this is the diagram of a leaf. See, when we consider the venation, venation is nothing but the arrangement of veins in a leaf is called as venation. Venation are of two types. One is the parallel venation and one more is the reticulate venation. Parallel venation are those venation where the veins are runs in a parallel to each other, and this is the example of a, see, grass is one of the example of a parallel venation, and here hibiscus plant is a example for the reticulate venation, where you can see the network of veins running across the leaf. See, this is one of the example, and see, this is the grass leaf where you can see the veins arranging parallel to each other. See, this one is the parallel venation. And here this one is the reticulate venation. Reticulate venation. See, this is all about the plants. See, once again I will tell you. See, See, consider this is a leaf, there is a different parts of a leaf will be there. The part of which the leaf is attached to the stem is called as petiole, and the broad green color part you have seen in the leaf is called as lamina. At the apex or at the tip position we call it as a apex, and here the lines will running out and these lines are called as veins. According to the veins, the arrangement of veins are called as the arrangement of veins in a leaf are called as venation, and these venations are of two types. One is the reticulate venation. Example is the hibiscus leaf where you can see that the network of veins are arranging, and one more is there, that one is a parallel venation where you can see that the veins will arranged parallel to each other, and this is one of the example of a parallel venation. This one is the grass leaf. Example for the parallel venation. See, this is how the leaves will be divided, and the next one is the functions of the leaf. See, before going to the functions of leaf, let us know there is one activity is there. So, in this activity the materials required are one paper and one leaf and the pencil. You have to take the paper and the leaf will be present in between the paper, and slowly and gently you rub the paper with the help of pencil. Later you can see that the arrangement of veins in different leaves. See, like that this activity shows. I will show you. See, this is the leaf I made. You can also do in your home also. See, this is how the leaf is shaded. See, the arrangement of veins you can see in this picture, is it not? See, this is how this activity will be done. See, in this activity you can take the leaf and keep the leaf in between the paper and gently rub the paper on the outer side of the paper, so that you can form the trace of the leaf. By you can see the arrangement of veins in different leaves. Some of the leaves will become the parallel venation and some leaves is having the reticulate venation. You can take the any kinds of leaf and trace it, and you can observe that the arrangement of leaf. See, this is the activity. See, next one is the functions of leaf. The most and important function of the leaf is the photosynthesis. See, photosynthesis, as the name only indicates that photo means light and synthesis means to prepare. See, photosynthesis which are taking place in the leaf. See, photo means light and synthesis means to prepare. Plants will prepare the food. In that plants, leaf will prepare the food. See, consider, you have observed in your home, where is the food items will prepared in your home? You can say that in kitchen room only. You can prepare the food items. Like that, your mother will prepare the food items. Like that in plants, if we consider the plant, the leaf will be preparing the food and circulate throughout the plant body by different structures. And see, by means of the process known as photosynthesis, where plants will take the carbon dioxide from the air as well as the water which are present in the soil using the sunlight, as well as the chlorophyll pigment which are present in the leaf which is green in color. By taking these simple substance, plants will prepare the starch, nothing but the food, and oxygen will be released to the atmosphere, where all the living beings will be take or inhale the oxygen, not only human beings, animals, birds, and even though the microorganisms which we can't see in our naked eyes. See, these organisms will take those and beneficial utilize this oxygen. See, I will write the definition here. Plants will take the carbon dioxide and water in the presence of carbon dioxide is a gas which we emit from the moving vehicles, and also we also remove the carbon dioxide from in our body. See, this carbon dioxide utilized by the plant with the water which is present in the soil using the sunlight. Sunlight here acts as a ultimate source of energy, and chlorophyll pigment. These plants will give starch, nothing but the food, and the oxygen will be comes out from the plants. See, as we all know that plants give us oxygen, and plants will provide many more things to us and all living organisms. See here, the photosynthesis, the main functions of the leaf is the photosynthesis, where photo means the light and the synthesis means to prepare. Like in our home, your mother prepared the food items for you. In the plant's body, the leaf is having the power to synthesize or to prepare the food. See, that is why it is also called as, leaf is also called as kitchen factory of the plant. Kitchen factory of the plant, this leaf is also called as. And see, the definition of the photosynthesis is carbon dioxide which are present in the air. See, various types of gases are present in the atmosphere like oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, and many more gases will be present. And this carbon dioxide is utilized by the plant, and the water which are present in the soil will take out by the plants, and using the sunlight. Sunlight acts as a ultimate source of energy for all the living organisms. And the chlorophyll pigment, see, chlorophyll is a type of a pigment. Pigment is nothing but the color of the leaf. Usually it is a green in color, and though reddish brown in color also there, as I told you, in those leaves also the photosynthesis will be takes place, where in the inner side of this those leaves will having the green in color, so it will carry out the process of photosynthesis. See here, carbon dioxide which are present in the atmosphere, it is a type of a gas which are present in the air, and water which are present in the soil. The water, when we pour the water to the plants, it will absorb it and thereby utilize to prepare the food. And the sunlight is the ultimate source of energy. See, usually sunlight gives us the heat as well as the light, but here for preparing the food, plants utilize the light of the sun and chlorophyll pigment, a green color pigment which is present in the leaves. Usually leaf are green in color, and this green in color is nothing but the chlorophyll pigment. Pigment means the color, a type of a color known as chlorophyll, and it will produce the starch. Starch is nothing but the food, and oxygen is released by the plants, and these oxygen, when it is released to the atmosphere, it is utilized by the all living creature in the earth. Not only human beings, animals, different types of birds, and even though microorganisms also utilize this oxygen. Microorganisms are those organisms which we can't see in our naked eyes. See, like that, for example, bacteria and various types of fungi, etc. Bacteria we can't see through our naked eyes, only through the various types of instrument like microscope we can see. See, this is the definition of the photosynthesis, and it is one of the functions of the leaf. See, photosynthesis is nothing but food preparing process with the help of light and various simple substance like carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll. By utilizing this simple substance, plant will prepare the food, nothing but the starch, and give out the oxygen to the atmosphere, thereby utilized by the living organisms. See, this is one of the example. See, this is one of the function of the leaf. Next one is one activity is there. See, in this activity, first we take the functions of the leaf in which photosynthesis will be there, and next process is the transpiration. Second process is transpiration. See, what will happen during the summer days, we will see that we are sweating, is it not? See, in hot condition also, in summer days also we are sweating. So that sweating helps us to keep our body cool. Like that in plants also, transpiration process will keep the plant cool. Transpiration is nothing but the process of removing of water as in the form of a water vapor. We call it as a transpiration. See, transpiration is nothing but water comes out from the leaf as in the form of vapor is called as transpiration. See, this is the second function of the leaf. In the first function, photosynthesis is the plant food preparing process, is nothing but the photosynthesis, where by using the simple substance, plants will prepare the food and thereby it will release the oxygen which is useful and beneficial for all living organisms. And the next one is the transpiration. like in the summer days and in hot condition we are sweating. Is it not? This sweating which help us to keep our body cool. Like that, in the same manner, transpiration process will be takes place in the plant, where water comes out from the leaf in the form of a vapor, and so that the plants will become the cool. And see, this is one of the function of the leaf. See, as I told you, water comes out from the leaf in the form of a vapor. Is it not? See how it comes from the leaf. In the consider, this is the leaf. See, in the leaf there is a small pores will be there, and these pores which is responsible for exchanging the gases, and also the water vapor will comes out from these pores. And see, these leaves you can see in our home also. Consider, you take the leaf and hold in the sunlight or any source of light, you can see that there is a small dot will be seen, and these dots is nothing but the pores which are present in the leaf, and these pores which is responsible for exchanging of various types of gases, and also to remove the excess of water which are present in the plant, and so that it makes the plant to become cool in summer situation, in also the different types of conditions. See, this is how the transpiration process will be takes place. See, in today's class we will learn about the different types of leaves and their parts, and according to the leaf, the shape of the leaf is differ, and the color is also differ from each other, and parts of a plant in which lamina, stalk of the leaf called as petiole, and apex which are present at the tip portion, and here veins we will study. And when we consider the veins, there is a arrangement of veins will be there, and that one we call it as a venation. Venation are of two types, one is the parallel venation and another one is the reticulate venation. In reticulate venation, example is the hibiscus leaf, where you can see the network of veins running out across the leaf. This is one of the example of the reticulate venation. Whereas the parallel venation, the veins will running each other in a parallel manner, and this is called as parallel venation. Example for the parallel venation are grass, and the functions of the leaf we will studied. See, in the function of the leaf, in which first function is the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is nothing but it is a process of preparing the food by the leaf. Like leaf is, that's why the leaf is called as kitchen factory of the plant, where food will be prepared and circulate through the plant by using the simple substance like carbon dioxide as well as the water which is present in the atmosphere, and by using the chlorophyll pigment. Chlorophyll is a type of a pigment. See, pigment is nothing but the color. Chlorophyll is the green color pigment which is present in the leaf, and by taking the sunlight, by utilizing the light of the sunlight, that's why sunlight acts as a ultimate source of energy which provide the light as well as the heat to the atmosphere, and the food will be produced or prepared like starch, and also the oxygen is released to the atmosphere. Thereby many living creatures will utilize this oxygen, not only human beings, animals, birds and different microorganisms will utilize this oxygen. See, this is all about the leaf and their function. So here I went up the class. Now next in the next class we will discuss about some more concept. Thank you.